Hello everyone and welcome to the third commentary episode on my channel for Grand Theft Auto Online. And in this video I wanted to sort of show you basically where I'm at in terms of garages, apartments and cars. So I'm going to give you a quick tour of each and there's a little race in between to give you a little bit of a taste of what you can expect from my GTA racing series. So yeah, this was my first garage and this is where it was on the map. And it's you know, nothing special, it's just a two-car garage, but yeah, those are my cars, which I'll come on to later. And I was surprised that there was actually a laptop inside of it. I was pleasantly surprised, don't get me wrong, and a radio as well. I was really happy about that. But yeah, all of this is sort of aesthetic things at the moment. Obviously there's a laptop which you can use in safety, and then the radio which you can change channels on and things like that. I was surprised by that bumper there saying Liberty City. I quite like that little touch. But yeah, it's a basic garage. There's not a lot to it. It cost me around 33,000 I think to buy. But this was literally, I was recording this just before I was intending to buy an apartment. As you can see in the top right, I've got like $97,000, and I was going to buy an apartment. But as I was looking through the list, I realised that, you know, I could have bought an apartment for under that price, but when I realised I got $16,000 back for my garage that I currently owned, it turned out that I only needed around $3,000 or something like that to get the next level of apartment up. So I decided to do a quick little race. As you can see, it hasn't started very well, but just to get a few extra $1,000 so that I could buy the next level of apartment in a sort of a better area, and with a few better features. So yeah, this is basically what you can expect from my GTA racing series essentially. Obviously I've had a really bad start, but this is a motorbike race through Los Santos, and I'm in last place. Well, I'm not in last place now, but I was in last place after that initial crash. But it's not that bad because I do end up actually coming through to win this race. And yeah, you'll see plenty of victories, I'm sure, in my GTA racing series, so keep an eye out for that. I'm you know, close to getting the first episode of that up. But yeah, I just thought I'd put this in here because obviously it was relevant to, you know, the story of me getting an apartment, and it does give you a little taste of what to expect from GTA racing. Now, I'm certainly not an expert with motorbikes, and I'm much better with supercars, I would say. But yeah, I don't do too bad. There is, you know, a few scary moments where I almost hit a few things, and obviously you saw at the start I did hit things, but as my opponents falter, I managed to sort of come through and get the win. As you've seen there, I've just moved into first place, as the other guy, I don't know what happened, he must have gone the wrong way or something like that. So yeah, I managed to get a nice win from this, and that actually gave me a good amount of money. I think it was like $6,000. And I am quite surprised by how much racing does give you in terms of money, and in you know, reputation points as well. Although the top 3 spots do seem to be sort of, you know, you get more money for the top 3 spots in a bigger race than anywhere else, and the top spot is the, you know, the highest paid. But I would say that, you know, my apartment, half of the cost of my over $100,000 apartment has been gained just from GTA races and winning races. You know, you do get a lot of money, and that's fortunate for me because I'm quite good at it. But yeah, I mean, we'll talk more about this in the racing series itself, so if you want to see that, you know, click the subscribe button and you'll be notified as soon as it comes up. So yeah, I'd won my race. I'd got more than enough money that I needed for sort of a better apartment. And I went for one sort of in downtown Los Santos, and it was worth about 115,000 I think. So obviously I've only got just over 100,000 now, but with the 16,000 that I'll also get from selling my current garage, it hasn't turned out too bad, and I managed to be able to buy it quite icely. I am only left with about $4,000, but that's fine by me. It's not too difficult to make money when you can race. So yeah, there's the achievement popping up for a car, an apartment and a garage. And a little funny message once you've bought it as well. So yeah, here we are. I'm on my way to my new apartment, and there it is in all its glory. It's nothing special, to be honest. When you go inside, you'll see. I'll give you a little tour of inside. But yeah, it's nothing amazing, but it is really, really nice to have an apartment online. You know, you can just go there, chill out. You can do everything in relative safety. You know, you're not forever on your phone trying to put money in the bank and things like that, whilst other players might be trying to kill you and things like that. So yeah, there is quite a lot to the apartment as well. Now, I don't know what sort of smaller, cheaper apartments are like. They might be even worse than this. But this isn't exactly, you know, a masterpiece of an apartment. It is quite dark and dingy. But it's nice. It's, you know, it's my little apartment, and I quite enjoy it. I quite like it. There's a little radio there, and this is obviously the kitchen area. You can drink a beer right there. I think I'll do that later on in the video. And then there's sort of the lounge area. It's all open planned at this point. Bit of smoke there from the bong. You can sit down on the chairs, watch TV, and I'm quite, you know, it's always been said in the run up to this that you can watch other sort of races or death matches and things on TV. But I was actually surprised when I just flicked the channels and it went straight into watching a death match, as you see here. And I was amazed by it, to be honest. But this apartment also has CCTV as well, which you see here. So if there's anybody outside loitering around, you can have a look on the CCTV and find out. And you know what to expect when you sort of leave. Obviously, there's a side view of the garages. And then, yeah, there's my car's in the garage, which is quite good. I like this CCTV. It's quite novel. And then, yeah, there's a short loading time before you get to a death match, and it just randomly puts you into a death match. Obviously, some guy gets destroyed there, but yeah, I found that quite interesting. How you can just watch it Oh, I didn't notice that the first time I watched it. Okay, well, hey, I'm surprised. Yeah, there he goes. He's dead now. Yeah. It was, you know, it's really, really interesting how you can just do that, and it'll be really good to get your friends over as well, and you can just, you know, you can watch TV and do all of these activities in your apartment just with your friends. It's quite novel. So yeah, that's my sort of living room and the TV and everything. And then next I'll show you the bedroom. You can change your clothes, so any clothes that you've actually bought, you can change them here. You don't need to sort of necessarily go to a shop to change your clothes anymore. And you can lie on the bed, which I do here, but it doesn't really do anything. At least at the moment it doesn't, because literally you just stand up again. But yeah, the bedroom is probably the nicest part of the whole apartment, I would say. It's got quite a few, you know, technological things, nice TV, sound system and stuff. Nice cupboard there, and it's well lit. Obviously, as I've said, you can change your clothes in the cupboard. And I think eventually I find my way into the bathroom. I didn't know exactly where it was at this point. You know, I was walking around. It did say on the little prompt initially that you can have a shower. So I was looking for how to do that, although I had a little play with the radio whilst I was there. But yeah, all of these things it's just fantastic. It's really nice to have your own sort of place where you can just call your own. And I'm, you know, looking forward to sort of getting better apartments and working my way up the property ladder. I do like how they sort of give you some money back. I think it's about half of what you've paid for it. So I will get about $50,000 back for this to go towards the next apartment that I buy. But yeah, it's really, really good. I do eventually find the bathroom. That's through here. And I decide to take a shower just to see what it's like. I mean, it's totally surreal. I don't really know what this will sort of do for you. It might have some in-game consequences. I don't know, later on, and hopefully they'll introduce something. It's nicer when features actually have consequences. But yeah, I don't know the reason for that. It's just a fun little thing to do, I suppose. And yeah, so obviously with this, that's my apartment, but with that you also get a garage as well. And I was curious to kind of see what the garage was like. But it turns out it is kind of just pretty much exactly the same as any other garage that you have. So yeah, this is just a standard 2-car garage. Obviously my cars are in there and I'll come on to those in a second. But yeah, it's basically just exactly the same aesthetically as the other garage, so not much different there. So these are my cars. This is the first car that I actually bought. It's a Vapid Dominator, and this is probably I'm going to keep this car and mod it all the way, all the way as much as I can. Obviously I've got a private plate there, but because it's your first car, you do have kind of a special bond with it. This is kind of like my fast car at the moment. I got this for free. I think probably because I had the special edition of the game, although I'm not sure. It might have been because I was signed up to Social Club as well. But yeah, that's a free sports car, and I doubt I'll keep that for long or mod it too much, but that's kind of my fast car at the moment. So yeah, those were my cars, and that was my apartment. Just so you know, you can take a hit on the bong as well, and it does make you go. It does just make you sort of not be with it, let's say, for a little bit. Which is quite a neat little thing, and all of these activities that you can do with friends as well. So and I would hope that better apartments will have even more activities to do as well, and probably lesser apartments will have less to do. But yeah, that was basically the tour of my apartment, my first garage, and my cars, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you've got an apartment, let me know, and give it a like if you did enjoy. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.